Welcome to Alaska, the last frontier. A remote wilderness of untouched landscapes. A reminder of the wild, untapped world that still remains beyond the reach of modern civilization. Twice the size of Texas, yet home to fewer than 750,000 people, Alaska's vast expanses are connected by few roads, making it the perfect destination for adventurers seeking to explore nature in its rawest, most inspiring form. And to us, it is a state with a special place in our hearts that we were fortunate enough to call home for 3 unforgettable years right after college. Join us as we return to explore Alaska on an unforgettable 10-day road trip based out of the state's largest city, Anchorage. Our itinerary will take you from mountain tops to boating on breathtaking fjords, with all the must-see sights in between. Every recommendation is based on 3 years of personal experience living in this beautiful state. But because Alaska's adventure options are as diverse as the people who visit, we will also provide alternative suggestions at the end of the video to customize your journey based on your interests, the season, and the length of your trip. But first of all, a few tips. A road trip through Alaska is an unforgettable adventure, but being prepared is key to making the most of your journey. Once you leave Anchorage, where roughly a third of the state's population live, things can get remote quickly. Be prepared for long stretches between towns where services can be scarce. Always carry extra food, water, and keep a close eye on your gas gauge before leaving a town. There's only one road north and one road south out of Anchorage, and these routes, particularly the Seward Highway to the south, can close for hours due to accidents or natural events like rock slides. Always give yourself extra time, drive with your headlights on, and avoid stopping in unsafe locations, even if you spot wildlife. The weather in Alaska can change rapidly and can be quite cold even in the summer, so it's important to pack layers and be prepared for anything, from sunshine to rain or even snow. Be cautious around mud flats, as they can act like quicksand, and always be aware of your surroundings when hiking. To help you navigate, we recommend downloading the All Trails app to easily find trailheads and ensure you stay on the trail throughout the whole hike. Lastly, it's crucial to respect wildlife by keeping a safe distance and carrying bear spray when hiking. Alaska's wild creatures are part of what makes the state so special, but they require respect and caution as you are entering into their natural habitats. For our most recent trip to Alaska, we visited in June, which is our favorite time of the year. The weather warms up, and you get more hours of daylight with the stunning midnight sun. On day 1 of our itinerary, we flew into Anchorage, and I highly recommend looking out your window about an hour before landing. You'll be treated to views of snowy mountains stretching as far as the eye can see. Upon arriving at Ted Stevens Anchorage International Airport, we picked up our luggage and waited for our Uber to take us to our rental car. To save some money, we rented through Turo, which is like Airbnb but for cars. A great option since rental cars are most expensive during the summer months in Alaska. Once you have your car, check into your accommodation, drop off your luggage, and get ready to explore the city by heading downtown. For a bite to eat, Anchorage offers a variety of great options. One of our favorites is 49th State Brewing, which is known for its Alaskan yak burgers, along with its rooftop seating where you can see Denali on a clear day. While walking downtown, don't miss the chance to grab a reindeer sausage from one of the stands. It's a true Alaskan delicacy with lots of tasty toppings to add to it, all for a decent price. And if you have a sweet tooth, be sure to stop by one of Wild Scoop's locations. Alaskans love their ice cream, even in the winter, and this spot offers homemade waffle cones and one-of-a-kind flavors. My personal favorite in the summer is the rhubarb crisp with a homemade waffle cone. Besides eating, we highly recommend exploring the outdoors, which is one of the best ways to experience Anchorage. A great way to start is with a hike on the Chugach Front Range, the stunning mountain range that serves as a dramatic backdrop to the city. The classic hike here is Flat Top Mountain, but there are many other trail options as well, like Little O'Malley. This trail is a bit more challenging, but offers incredible panoramic views of Anchorage and the surrounding landscape. Remember to always carry bear spray when hiking. It's essential in Alaska's wild terrain, as you never know when a bear might appear. Whether you're a seasoned hiker or a beginner, these trails offer an unforgettable way to immerse yourself in the Alaskan wilderness, just minutes from the city. If you're looking for something a bit more relaxed, Potter's Marsh is a beautiful spot. This boardwalk viewing area on the south side of the city is a favorite among birdwatchers, and on rare occasions you might even spot a moose. There's a running joke that Anchorage is 30 minutes from Alaska, and in some ways it's true. We wouldn't recommend spending more than a day in the city. The real adventure begins when you leave Anchorage behind and head into the vast wilderness. On day 2, we recommend starting early to head north for a scenic day trip. If Denali National Park is on your list, you might want to reconsider the 5-hour drive one way. While the park is iconic, we personally found the journey less rewarding than expected. The drive isn't particularly scenic, and once you reach the park, the access is limited. There's one road that goes into the park where we could only drive 30 miles with our Jeep. If you take a bus tour, you can go 60 miles into the park. Denali itself is often hidden by clouds and out of view for visitors.
Alright, it is now time for lunch.
We happen to get lucky and have a sunny day. Instead of Denali, we suggest heading just 1 hour north of Anchorage to Hatcher's Pass, which offers incredible natural beauty much closer to Anchorage, with a few great stops along the way. Leaving Anchorage, we veered off of the Glen Highway to visit Eklutna Lake in Chugach State Park. This glacier-fed lake provides most of Anchorage's water supply and is a popular spot for hiking, biking, and kayaking. Rentals are available on site, but be cautious of the lake's frigid temperatures. Falling in can be fatal. One of our favorite hikes here is the beginning of the Twin Peaks Trail. After about 1.5 miles, you're treated to a stunning view of the lake below. After your time at the lake, treat yourself to a quick snack not far from the parking lot, which is a great place to relax and refuel before continuing on your adventure. A little further down the road is the Eklutna Tail Race, a beautiful channel of turquoise blue water. This area is a popular spot for fishing, and there's a nice trail that runs alongside the water, making it a great place for a quick walk or a peaceful moment by the river. Continue your drive along the Glen Highway and head towards Hatcher's Pass, a stunning mountain pass known for its excellent hiking trails, dramatic scenery, and the iconic red cabins. Stop first at the Hatcher Pass Lodge. We once stayed in one of these cabins for $175 a night. It was a modest but memorable experience. The lodge has since changed ownership, so I recommend checking current operations before planning your stay. However, don't miss the A-Frame restaurant at the lodge, where you can grab refreshments while soaking in incredible views. If you're visiting between June 18th and September 30th, you can drive up to the parking lot at Independence Mine State Historical Park, a gold mine that operated until 1951. From here, you can explore the gold mine, tour the grounds, and imagine what life was like for the miners during the gold rush. From the parking lot, you can also embark on a short but rewarding hike along the Gold Cord Lake Trail, which takes you up to a crystal clear alpine lake nestled among rugged peaks. If you're feeling adventurous, you can continue your drive back down to the lodge and then take a gravel road that takes you higher into the mountains to Summit Lake. From the parking lot here, you'll have a stunning view of Archangel Valley below. This valley is only accessible during the summer with a four-wheel drive vehicle, but I wouldn't recommend driving it with how rough the road conditions can be. For those wanting a longer hike, the Upper and Lower Reed Lake Trail is a 7-mile out-and-back trail that begins at the road leading up to the Hatcher Pass Lodge. Further up the trail, you'll reach Upper Reed Lake, a much darker lake situated in a stunning bowl surrounded by jagged peaks. This hike is one of our favorites in the area, offering a chance to immerse yourself in Alaska's rugged wilderness. It's also a popular place for backpacking and camping. So if you have time, you can extend your stay and camp overnight here, or head back to your accommodations in Anchorage to rest and recharge for the next day. On day 3, head south out of Anchorage, stopping just 10 minutes down the Seward Highway at Beluga Point. This is a great spot to park and to take in the stunning views of the Turnagain Arm. And if you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of mountain goats across the road. Be cautious as this area is popular with tourists, and traffic can be busy with cars pulling in and out of the parking lot. Another great stop further down the Turnagain Arm is Bird Point, with plenty of parking and scenic walks offering even more beautiful views of the surrounding landscape. Continue along the highway until you reach the charming town of Girdwood. This mountain retreat is a perfect blend of adventure and relaxation. Your first stop here is the Virgin Creek Falls Trail, a short, easy hike along a moss-covered forest that leads to a stunning waterfall. An ideal way to stretch your legs and take in the natural beauty. Next, head over to Alyeska Resort to stay for a night if your budget allows. With over 1,400 acres of terrain and breathtaking views of Turnagain Arm and the Chugach Mountains, Alyeska is a year-round destination, offering hiking in the summer and skiing or snowboarding in the winter for all skill levels. We love staying at the resort where you can ski in and out during the winter and enjoy amenities like restaurants, gift shops, and a saltwater pool and hot tub, perfect for relaxing after a day of skiing or hiking. We recommend waking up and spending day 4 here in Girdwood by taking a tram ride to the top of Mount Alyeska for panoramic views and dine at one of the 2 summit restaurants. For the ultimate relaxation, we recommend unwinding at the Alyeska Nordic Spa, a newly built wellness retreat offering Scandinavian massages, hot and cold pools, tons of different saunas, and a peaceful forest walkway with hot tubs. There's also a cafe and a restaurant here on site. While we usually try to travel on a budget, this is one of our favorite splurges when we're in Alaska. There are also restaurants and some gift shops in the little town of Girdwood to check out, along with more hiking trails like the Winter Creek Trail. Wake up day 5 in Girdwood and stop at the gas station on the edge of town. This is the last one for approximately 60 miles south along the Seward Highway. Start your day 10 minutes down the highway at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center, which is dedicated to preserving Alaska's native wildlife, offering the chance to see iconic animals like moose, and our favorite, the bears, all in spacious natural enclosures. After visiting the center, head a third of a mile further and turn left onto Portage Glacier Road towards Whittier, where you'll find the Trail of Blue Ice, a beautiful walk along a striking icy blue lake and river. Continue on to Portage Lake, where the glacier is receded and now hard to see, but the lake remains beautiful, and the Visitor Center offers great views. From here, drive through the Anton Anderson Memorial Tunnel.
Good.
The longest highway tunnel in North America that stretches over 2.5 miles and serves as the only road between Whittier and the rest of the Kenai Peninsula. Since the tunnel is a single lane, shared with trains, make sure to check the schedule so that you don't spend a lot of time sitting and waiting for your turn to go through. Once we took the Alaska Railroad out of Anchorage, which makes a stop in Whittier. Before continuing on to Spencer Glacier, a remote spot in this area that is only accessible by the train. While it isn't our favorite way to travel, it was a fun one-time experience, and the train offers a unique perspective of the Alaskan wilderness. The Alaska Railroad operates routes all the way from Fairbanks to Seward, including stops in Denali. So it could be an interesting alternative to renting a car for part of your trip if you're looking for a scenic and relaxed way to travel. However you decide to reach Whittier, a small but picturesque town serving as a gateway to Prince William Sound, you'll be surrounded by scenic beauty. Most of the town's residents live in a single large building, giving Whittier a unique, tight-knit vibe. Enjoy the scenic harbor, Or if you're visiting during salmon season, head to Liu Young Public Beach, where you can watch salmon swimming up the creek. If you're hoping to get a closer look at Portage Glacier, we recommend hiking the Portage Glacier Trail, a 4.5-mile out and back trail located right on the edge of Whittier, right next to the tunnel. For the night, either stay in Whittier or return to Girdwood, where there are more accommodation options. Keep in mind that options in Whittier are limited, so booking ahead is recommended, while Girdwood offers a bit more variety for places to stay, or you could spend a second night at Alyeska Hotel. On day 6, drive to Seward, passing through the stunning Turnagain Pass for a 2-day adventure in the heart of the Kenai Fjords National Park. Along the way, make sure to stop at the vibrant Kenai Lake, where we could not resist taking a little paddle on its breathtaking blue waters. Once you arrive in Seward, start your visit at the harbor. Where you can stroll along the boardwalk and explore local shops and restaurants. Ray's waterfront is our personal favorite. And watch fishing charters bring in their day's catch. On the edge of town, you can check out the Alyeska Sea Life Center, an aquarium where you can get up close with marine life and even touch some in the exhibit. Though be aware, it is a bit pricey at $30 per ticket. From here, drive along Resurrection Bay to Miller's Landing, a charming spot with great views and the perfect place to grab a coffee or a bite to eat. Not far from here is the Lowell Point, which is the start of the Tonsina hike. An easy hike that takes you along Resurrection Bay with beautiful bridges, a mossy forest, and ends at a peaceful beach. Spend your night here in Seward, where you'll find plenty of Airbnbs or camping options to suit your style. Start day 7 by grabbing a coffee at Resurrect Art Coffee House, a local favorite. Then embark on a whale-watching boat tour. An unforgettable opportunity to see humpback whales, orcas, and other marine life in their natural habitat while cruising through the stunning fjords. These guided tours offer breathtaking views of glaciers and abundant wildlife, making it one of the top experiences in Seward. After your whale watching tour, make sure to stop at Exit Glacier, a stunning site located just outside of Seward. If you're looking for an easy walk, you can take the Exit Glacier Overlook Trail, which brings you right to the foot of the glacier for some breathtaking views. For those seeking a challenge, we recommend the Harding Icefield Trail. This 8.6-mile out and back trail climbs over 3,000 feet in elevation and offers incredible views of the ice field that feeds the areas surrounding glaciers. It's a demanding hike that requires at least 5 to 6 hours, making it one of the most rewarding hikes we've ever done. For something a little different, consider a horseback riding tour along Resurrection Bay, offering a scenic and peaceful way to experience the coastline. Afterward, spend a second night here in Seward to unwind and soak in the beauty of the area. Wake up day 8 and drive about 3 hours to Homer, known as the halibut fishing capital of the world, for 2 days of exploration of this charming coastal town. The scenic drive along the Sterling Highway offers beautiful stops with views of the world-famous Kenai River. Once in Homer, explore the Homer Spit, a long, narrow peninsula filled with shops, restaurants, and the famous Salty Dog Saloon. Also, don't miss the hidden swing under the boardwalk. Grab a treat at the Two Sisters Bakery. Before walking along the beach, or stop at Bear Creek Winery for a local tasting. We spent the night at a campsite with a cozy yurt right on the edge of town. Spend day 9 in Homer, trying out a variety of the adventure options, including halibut fishing, sea kayaking, or even taking a bear viewing flight tour to Katmai or Lake Clark National Parks. We opted to head down to the harbor to hop on a multi-species fishing charter, where we caught king salmon and halibut all day. When we got back to the harbor, we took our fresh catch to a local restaurant where they prepared it for us in 3 delicious different ways. It doesn't get any fresher than that. Our tour company also offered to ship the fish back home, making it the perfect souvenir to share with friends and family. On day 10, drive 4.5 hours back to Anchorage, where you can return your rental car and catch your flight home, or continue your adventure elsewhere in Alaska. Since Alaska is vast and offers so many unique experiences, we have included some alternative options to extend your trip or swap out with other destinations, depending on your interests and your time available. Our first alternative option is one of our favorite experiences that we have ever had in Alaska, which was fly fishing at the remote Alaska Trophy Adventures Lodge on the Alyeska River out of Bristol Bay. From Anchorage, we flew to King Salmon, where we boarded a 6-seater plane to reach the lodge, located right on the river. This, in our opinion, is as pure as the wilderness gets. Spectacular salmon and trout fishing, bear viewing during the peak of summer, and the opportunity to see the land of 10,000 smokes in Katmai National Park. We had a personal guide teach us the art of fly fishing. And we even checked out some old trappers' cabins along the river. This whole experience left us in awe of Alaska's untamed beauty. Our second alternative option is to fly out of Anchorage and head to southeast Alaska, starting at the state's capital, Juneau. While in Juneau, we treated ourselves to delicious king crab legs at Tracy's Crab Shack. and we hiked to the stunning Mental Hall Glacier, where the views of the ice and surrounding mountain landscapes are simply breathtaking. After Juneau, we flew to Ketchikan, where we spent the day sea kayaking to an island teeming with starfish, exploring the town's rich history, and savoring fresh seafood at the Alyeska Fish House. Don't forget to try the unique salmon bagels at the fish market for a truly local treat here. We were also impressed in both Juneau and Ketchikan of all of the native history that was presented so beautifully at multiple museums. For our third alternative option, if flying isn't for you, is to consider a scenic 5.5-hour drive from Anchorage to Valdez, passing through Thompson Pass and going by Worthington Glacier and numerous waterfalls along the way. Valdez, nestled in the heart of Prince William Sound, offers incredible wildlife experiences, especially around the Solomon Gulch Hatchery, where you can watch sea otters, seals, and other marine life feasting on fish. Like Seward, Valdez also provides boat tours to see glaciers up close. You can book kayaking tours at the stunning Valdez Glacier Lake to fully immerse yourself in the area's breathtaking natural beauty.
And we wanted to take some pictures in this gorgeous field of fireweed, and then I found salmon berries, so we grabbed a container and picked just a few of these berries to have a little snack. The dark red ones I think are really good. The lighter ones can be a little bit tart, but yeah, always bring a container because you never know when you'll find salmon berries or blueberries later in the summer in Alaska.
If you're visiting Alaska in the winter, we highly recommend going dog sledding, with several great options in the Wasilla-Palmer area where you can experience the thrill of mushing across snow-covered landscapes. Another must-see winter destination is Matanuska Glacier, located just north of Palmer along the Glen Highway, where you can take a guided glacier hike or ice climbing excursion. Of course, don't miss skiing and snowboarding at Alyeska Resort, where you can enjoy world-class terrain and stunning views. If you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of the elusive northern lights dancing across the winter sky. As far as the budget for the trip goes, it really depends on the excursions you plan to do. We were fortunate to experience all of these adventures over the course of 3 years while living in Alaska, so we had the flexibility to spread out costs. If you're visiting for a shorter time, you'll need to pick and choose activities based on your budget. Keep in mind, food in Alaska can be really pricey. Expect to pay around $20 to $35 per person at most sit-down restaurants. A great tip is to stop by the store in Anchorage to stock up on groceries before hitting the road, which will help keep costs down. We hope this guide helps you plan the road trip of a lifetime while exploring Alaska's breathtaking beauty. Please like this video, leave a comment, and we look forward to seeing you on the next adventure soon.